Says I'm live. Let's see how it goes. Says it's going. Jay Watterson was up. By the way, yes, man, I have seen that. I haven't watched it all the way through, but I did start watching it. Was it yesterday? Yep. Overlord DVD, Doomcock. I've watched a lot of his Friday night, like follies or frolics he does. And I've actually super chatted him. Yeah, I've actually super chatted him. Yep, live. Jay Watterson was up. So, Jaxie went upstairs. All right, guys, you got me a little Stargate background going. But yeah, let's discuss it. And we will discuss some other pop culture tonight. But I do want to talk about Stargate to start off. Hey, like I said, my nerd cave down here. I'm not nerd-rotic, but I got some stuffs. And, hey, look, Daniel Jackson. Beat that. Unopened, in the package. Still got an old tag on it. Stargate proof of purchase. It's got Daniel and it's got his name kind of spelled in hieroglyphics. This is pretty good. Hasbro. 1994. Beat that. Links in the description of that video. Oh. For Doomcock? What do you mean? Let me see here. Oh, for the petition? Yeah, I've got some of that over here on X. I've got some of that. All right, so let's talk about it. And I will put up, we'll go through an article first. We will. You know, just make sure I'm trying to be a good boy here. So I got to go here. I need to stop hitting buttons. Learn how to use my own stuffs. Good luck. 3. My hotkeys are still a little weird, but my ISP ain't the problem. Now, if there's any problems, it's because I ain't been good to my computer. Actually, probably put me over here this time, and come on, my background rules for this. Come on. I get credit for that. All right, I see, hey, a couple people on Rumble. And over here, there we go. All right, now I can see it. Yeah, the links to save Stargate. They're trying to, there are a lot of petitions out there trying to get Stargate to come back. I hope it happens. Do I think it will? I don't know. I don't think Amazon cares. Or Amazon wouldn't have made the Rings of Power, which is abysmal. I have sat down. I have tried to watch it. Give it a fair shake. And man, I am not a huge Lord of the Rings lore person. I read the books a long time ago. I love the Peter Jackson movies. I do enjoy my my Lord of the Rings. I love it. And I know that the Rings of Power is a total bastardization of anything to do with anything Tolkien would have wanted. It's insane. They don't care. Look what they did to Wheel of Time. They do this with stuff. Look what they're doing to James Bond. I mean, come on. They told Barbara Broccoli to get stuffed, pretty much, because even she was trying to keep some of the James Bond lore. But oh no. We're Amazon, and we're going to do the channel our critical drinker voice. They're chasing the modern audiences that doesn't exist. Every time they do this, Star Wars chases modern audiences. Doctor Who, canceled, chases modern audiences. Star Trek, nobody gives a rat's ass. CBS Paramount has lost crap loads on these crap Star Trek shows. They've not made money on them worth a crap. They've lost money on these things. Star Wars, Disney's not making money on these things. Doctor Who, dead. But they're still chasing that modern audience. They just won't stop. Sorry if my light's a little too bright, guys. Maybe I could turn that down. But yeah, I don't think they care. So this Stargate series have been hyped up, and people were skeptical at first, me included, until we found out who was involved. Tons of the original creators were involved in this, and they were talking about how they were going to keep it, try to honor the original, don't blow it off, try to stick with the same feel to it. Oh no, not good enough for Amazon. Oh no. Even hinted at some of the Now we know that a good amount of original actors were going to try to make at least cameos or actually be in the series to a point. Oh no, not good enough. Got to chase that non-existent, that mythical modern audience. Yeah, let's just keep screwing over all of the fandom of all the series and franchises that kept those very franchises moving. Bought the toys, bought the movies, bought the extended universe stuff, the comics, went to conventions, paid for signed photographs, you name it. Dressed up in costumes, a lot of cosplay. Oh no, let's not keep those people. We'll throw them in the trash, guaranteed money, and go, let's go find some new people. The new people don't care. All right, so we're over Engadget, my bad. Amazon kills plans for Stargate series reboot. There were plans, or there were concerns, it would only appeal to hardcore fans. Oh, the horror. The horror of appealing to a fan base that will pay you money. A fan base that will watch your show, your movie, take in what you've made. Oh, the horror of appeasing fans. Dude, if Hollywood and everybody, all services, whatever, I'm going to call it all the Hollywood, all the Hollywood zeitgeist. It just is. If Hollywood had thought like that before, my God, after the original Star Wars, they would have said, screw the audiences, let's just make something else. We never would have had Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. You maybe would have had Indiana Jones or Raiders of the Lost Ark and not the next ones. Screw the fandom. We're going to go against them and we don't care. The original Star Trek series would have died off. No, they just go around now just to piss on fans. They think they're edgy. They think they're smarter. We'll chase these people. And it never materializes. Show me where it's materialized. The modern fandom. But they're mad it would appeal only to hardcore fans. No, you make a good series. You draw in the hardcore, the good old fan base. But you also make it just a little changes, or even, hey, just make it a good series. A good series will draw in new people, not just hardcore fans. Stargate grew its fan base the whole of its run. Stargate has Atlantis. Not so much universe. Stargate Universe only got good the last season. It did. Only got good last season. All right, quick here before we read in. Jim Patterson was Hammond Bears. Oh. My wife was watching a Cubs game a little bit ago. I was like, could you imagine if for some reason, now Pritzker in Illinois lost the Cubs? Oh, shit. The Bears thing's bad enough. But all right, well, let's go through this real quick. Okay, Amazon's fledgling Stargate series, announced last November, has been canceled, Variety reported. The new show is met with enthusiasm by franchise fans, the people who will pay you money. Yeah. It's almost like these people just don't like money anymore. And would have helmed by Martin Giro, who worked on Stargate Atlantis back in the early 2000s. However, Amazon execs were said to be worried the new series would only appeal to hardcore Stargate fans and lacked broad appeal beyond that. You know what? Sometimes it's good to make a show that just appeals to the fans. How do you think Star Trek kept going? Star Trek was popular because it said, yo, fans, yeah, we love you. Come watch the next Star Trek show or movie. Let's go. Come on. We love you. Stargate, you think DS9, they were overly going, screw the fans. Let's go make something totally different. Bull crap. They knew that would bring in the money. Everybody's happy. The fans are going, woohoo. And they were going, money. It's stupid. Stupid. And by the way, if you write a good enough series, like I said, you would bring in new people. Sadly, it's true. I mean, hey, look how good this worked for Star Trek. Doctor Who. Sadly, it's true. Amazon has elected not to move forward with a new Stargate series. Nice spelling. Series. Said executive producer Joseph Balazzi on X. As of today, officially, that original vision is no more. We'll never get the opportunity to introduce you to that world and those characters, or reintroduce you to and check in with some familiar faces from the past. Yeah, and it sounds like it's going to be a never, because they've shelved it, but we know what's going to happen, guys. They're going to take and bring this out, and they're going to give it the Rings of Power treatment. They're going to give it the Star Trek, Disco. Sorry. They're going to give it the Star Trek Discovery treatment. They're going to give it the Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who treatment. They're going to make, Daniel Jackson will have to be probably a fat, autistic, black, gay woman in a wheelchair. Colonel Carter will definitely have to be the lead. And I'll have to look like Tila from the Kevin Smith Masters of the Universe. I have to have the side shave cut. So I have to be buff and manly man chick. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do to it. If they bring it back, they're not going to let it die. They bought this huge franchise. They're going to be like Disney. They're going to be out dicking with it. They're not going to let it lay there. They think they're going to go get their modern audiences. They're going to dig it up, molest the corpse, and throw it out there. And then they're going to be all pissed off. You're sexist, you're misogynist, you pieces of crap. Well, nobody wants to watch it. Why don't you want to watch it? Even though we told all you fans to get stuffed. That's the other fun thing about all these reboots. They tell the fans, screw you, chuds. You're all these ists and phobes. And then when they don't watch it, they go, why don't you go watch our stuff? Pieces of crap. Well, weird. When you got actors and actresses going, this isn't made for you anymore. Gee, I wonder why we don't watch them. Idiots. Amazon was looking to develop projects, not just the new Stargate series. Projects in the Stargate universe starting back in 2022 when it acquired the IP. Let's purchase MGM. It would have made sense to use the well-known franchise to expand its sci-fi offerings. It could have been epic, Amazon. It could have been epic. You could have had a Stargate, you could have had a couple reboots if you'd done them right. You could have had an SG1 series out. You could have continued Atlantis. Dude, Atlantis left more questions than SG1 ever did. Come at me in the chat. Prove me wrong. The Stargate Atlantis did not leave more questions. It just drove me nuts that never really answered them. There's a video series out there that did answer them. And a short-lived comic, I guess, that did do a little shutting it down. Because that's back when NBC Universal bought the Sci-Fi Channel and scrapped a bunch of series. They scrapped Atlantis, even though it was doing great in the ratings. They scrapped Farscape, even though it was doing great in the ratings. Sci-Fi Channel has never been the same since NBC Universal bought it. Look at what Sci-Fi Channel used to be. Look at it now. It's a C- dime store. I've barely touched it channel. That used to be, no shit, must-see TV. They've got nothing now. Sci-Fi Channel doesn't even show Sharknado anymore. They destroyed it. We're going to send it in a new direction and change the spelling to sci-fi. Morons. They could have had good series. Hell, they might even be able to reboot and do a better job with Stargate Universe. There was a lot they could have done. But nope. Just pissed all over it. Now they're going to dig that corpse up. Klaatu, Verada. What? Now, what movie is that from? Amazon. It would have made sense to use that one-over franchise to expand its sci-fi offerings, as it doesn't currently have a hit in that genre, as it did with The Expanse, which ended in 2022. Yeah, The Expanse that they cut short and screwed up, by the way. The first couple seasons of Expanse are beautiful. Last one or two, they're obviously rushed and cut to death. Nothing is ever announced about the plot for the new series, where it fit in the Stargate timeline. Bull, there's a lot of leaks. However, Malazzi and Giro developed the series over 2 years, ultimately crafting a show that offered a fresh jumping on point for new viewers. See, Amazon, they could have brought in new people while deeply respecting existing canon. I'm going to say they also partially canceled it because the Stargate series were very patriotic. Oh, God forbid America could be saving people. That the men were men and the women were women. The aliens were aliens, come on. They can't have something that actually takes thought, too. Throughout those seasons, even Universe, it made people think. They had really good storylines, less Universe, and throughout their run. I don't think they think the TikTok generation doesn't think enough to actually watch a show like that anymore. I don't think so. That's why it worries me they're looking at a Babylon 5 reboot. Oh my God. Never will they get that series right. All right, nothing, crafting a show. For the uninitiated, the franchise revolves around the titular, nice word, I always love that word, Stargates, transportation devices created by the ancients. I'm not going to say ancient aliens, just ancients, that act as galaxy-spanning wormholes. It started with a 1924 movie starring James Spader and Kurt Russell. I still love the movie. Followed by the Stargate SG1 series starring Richard Dean Anderson. Epic. There have also been 4 other TV shows and 2 direct-to-video movies. So yeah, I like that. I like the answers here, guys. Tim says, what is wrong with creating for hardcore fans? Yeah, the people with effing money, the drive, and the want. You got people drooling over it. You got people waving their Stargate toys. Got the Blu-ray sets. Got all the other stuff. Stargate shirts, Stargate hats, you name it. Got models of the ships. Got posters up of the ship breakdowns. Oh no. Run forums. Oh, why would we ever want to just, cater to them chuds? Idiots. Hey, the people that built our series is the fandom. Fandom builds the show, builds the franchise. They put it out. Fans, if they love it, they will build it for you. But hey, we'll screw them. Hopefully they'll still make something with this franchise, not ditch it because they can't be bothered. I hope they don't. If they're not going to make it, so or something the fans like me, just going to be just a molested over corpse of anything we'd ever recognize as Stargate. Like that Stargate cartoon series. Was that Stargate, I can't remember what that was called, but there was a Stargate cartoon series that was just horrendous. That's the thing. It wasn't just for us. It was new, but kept the OG canon so they could bring in cameos for us fans. And it had a built-in storyline then. You could have history. You have a universe built for you already. Nope, couldn't have that. Built-in cameos for us fans. If they do a flat-out reboot, they lose all current fans. Yes, because they will do it for modern audiences. There will be DEI. There will be representations. Come on. In Stargate, or Star Trek, Discovery? They're 1,000 years ahead of Picard. And now suddenly we got people with reading glasses and in wheelchairs. You got people so stupid they keep their comm badges around yelling, red alert, red alert. Are you kidding? Geordi had prosthetic eyes. They had already gotten rid of glasses. So in 1,000 years they went back. Now people in wheelchairs again? What the flip? That's the stupidity. Gotta have representation. Gotta see one of everybody in it. Idiots. I say it all the time. When I read Iron Man comics as a kid, when I looked at Spider-Man, when I read the X-Men, I saw Storm, one of my favorite characters of all time. You think I saw myself in Aurora, the black woman from Africa who can control the weather with white hair? Yes, I saw myself in it. Everybody is a spoiled, brat, selfish narcissist who can't love something if I don't see it, somebody looks or has my problem. Dude, I have a severe lung condition. You think I saw Spider-Man? I connected with Spider-Man because I saw myself in him? Shut up. Ugh. There are a lot of people talking about they're trying to raise a lot of people to cancel Amazon Prime over it. I don't know how many they'll get. So done with Amazon. This is a straw for me. No longer support them anyway. I canceled all my subscriptions last night. Wow. Wonder if I can give him a thumbs up. Hey, I can. Oh man, I love Stargate. Would have signed up for Amazon just for this series. Look at the money they're losing. Sell the rights to Apple TV. They'll need something when Foundation, which I actually like. Foundation does DEI and modern audience hunt. They've done some gender and race swapping, but what they do get pretty right is the Empire. It's really pretty good. If you haven't seen the Foundation series, go watch it. If you haven't read the books, you'll actually probably like it even more because you won't know about the swaps, but you'll probably see it anyway. You'll probably be able to guess. But it's actually pretty good. I will say this about the Foundation series. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. Dude, why is it Apple TV can make Foundation that the CGI, the effects, the sets are just epically beautiful, but we can't get a Star Wars or Disney Marvel thing that doesn't look like shittier CGI than anything that was done in Fifth Element back in 1996. Jeez. Some people may not much care for Apple and some of their stuff on Apple TV, but man, they can shoot some amazingly beautiful series. So yeah. So this person saying I'd be willing to bet they'd handle it well. I don't think so. I don't know because Apple is very woke. And Foundation, if you know the books, you're going to have a few problems. But they get the Empire, beautifully. Beautifully. And I love that. Talk about short-sighted. New sci-fi series comes out every few months. They have no... Yeah, they could have done a lot. They could have done a lot with this. And yet, Rings of Power. Yeah, it would have been good. They could have done something with this. So, I think they've just shot themselves in the foot. And this is where Martin Gero was talking about. It's being, he spends 2 years developing this. They go to the point where they're just about to start filming, and nope. Oh, we don't want this for the chuds, so it's just stupid. Hey, American Explorer, how's it going? Let me give me a second here, guys. I'll get back with you. But people are pissed. Nerdrotic did a video on it. I like his thumbnail. He has better AI than I do, and he has workers. He has a staff. A staff and paid AI. My thumbnail tonight was free AI. I mean, I like this Commodore Computer Museum. Yeah. And there's a lot of people talking about Stargate. Michael Shanks was ticked. Fans be spitting truths today, and I'm here for it. Is Amazon making a huge mistake? Yes. SGF fans. Yep. There are a lot of Jay Watterson sent me a link to Doomcock. It's Overlord DVD, if you don't know. This video of his talking about it. And there are fans trying to save Stargate. Here's a lot of links. Petition to save Stargate. So yeah, go over to Jay Watterson posted the link in the chat for this video. Go watch Doomcock's video. And then go to one of these links and sign us. Maybe we can bring Stargate back. Maybe. I don't know, guys. Let me see here. Sorry, I'm going to move over. Check. I keep trying to remember to check Rumble a little more. And I don't do it enough. I said, okay, Explorer, how's it going, man? He's on Rumble and YouTube. There. I'm trying to remember. I haven't talked to Buckle Bunny in a while. Last I knew she was not doing the best. So let's hope that she is going to feel better sometime here. But yeah, there's links over here. Jay Watterson, if you're still here, bud, could you post that link again for everybody? If you are really into Stargate, Stargate Atlantis, even Universe, God help you, go and go to one of the links, guys. See if maybe we can get it back on. Be a good idea. But yeah, there's people posting everywhere about it, so. Let's see here. Fans, thanks and more. Hashtag save Stargate. Yep. So a lot of people are I'm going to post this, share this and repost. Another one, hashtag save Stargate. But yeah, a lot of people, Michael Shanks is reposting a lot of these people trying to bring Stargate. And the thing is, he was talking about, I haven't been able to find it tonight. He was talking about how he saw this crap coming. He saw it coming. So, hashtag save Stargate updates. So yeah, there's a lot of people out there trying to bring it. Maybe Amazon will listen. But let me ask you, yeah, Stargate Infinity. Thank you. Yes, Jay Watterson. Dude, have you ever tried watching that? You almost feel like you should call a certain type of crisis center after that. It was horrid. It's like the Highlander cartoon that was made. It really was not Highlander. It was stupid. Yeah. How you doing, American Explorer? Battlestar Galactica 2004-2009 was on Sci-Fi. The new Battlestar Galactica, I liked it, kinda. But that was a race swap, a gender swap. Starbuck, turning Starbuck into, hey, Katie Sackhoff was good in it. But it changed the whole dynamics between Starbuck and Apollo. Starbuck and Apollo had a long lore in the TV series, in the in comics, the extended universe books. And they changed it, and they made some other changes in that series that I didn't much care for. I mean, Trisha Helfer, wow. But some of the stuff with Baltar being in with with the crew, I don't know. I kind of liked him as the traitor off leading the Cylons, but that's just me. But yeah, Battlestar Galactica 0409 was on Sci-Fi until once again. But that was kind of the last spurt out of Sci-Fi Channel. It really was. No fun, no bad wording, and that was really bad worded. But yeah, no, it was one of the last good things on the Sci-Fi Channel, really. I tried to watch that Superman series called Krypton they had not too long ago, and it was at best. If you want any good Superman stuff, some people don't like it, other people love it. Smallville. Smallville went as long as it did. The good thing about Smallville is the arc. You can see him growing into Superman. It was really good arc. And Tom Welling did really good in it. And he looked the part. They should have, right after Smallville ended, they should have put Tom Welling in a movie as Superman. He looked it very well at the time. Yeah, Stargate Infinity. Oh, I'm doing okay, American Explorer. Up and down, buddy. Is Snoopy still on Rumble? No. No, we haven't seen Snoopy in a long time. Sorry, I'm responding to American Explorer on Rumble. But no, Snoopy hasn't been on Rumble. I think he only came back one time after the whole kerfuffle with old Snoopy there on Rumble. Let's see here. Oh, let me see what that is before I open it. Oh, that's the Doomcock. There, right there, guys. Jay Watterson posted the link to the Doomcock video, Overlord DVD. Give that a watch and go to the links. If you really like Stargate and you really want to try help save it, I don't know if they're going to do it. My thought is, yeah, everybody will sign a petition to save it, and they'll bring it back as a Rings of Power style Stargate. You know? I mean, General Hammond has got to be some transitioning furry or something. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I'm wondering if maybe we dodged a bullet because Amazon would put their thumb on the scale and just make it something horrendous. That kind of worries me. The original's Battlestar Galactica is the best. I have to agree. The original Battlestar Galactica for me, I still enjoy more than the new series. I have to say I agree. I do like the ending kind of the new series. But yeah. I have to agree. Alright, well. I don't know what else to say about it. I do like this, though. Even just, I did a quick Google search just to see what came up with the AI. Amazon MGM Studios canceled the highly anticipated new Stargate TV series in June 2026, roughly 6 months after officially announcing it. The project, spearheaded by the original creators, was scrapped due to creative differences and a shift in executive vision. I need a sound key here for critical drinkers, modern audiences. Oh my God. That's a nice way of putting it. They feared the creator's vision was too faithful to the original canon. I can't get over it. All right, guys. I got something I wanted to discuss. If you notice from my title, I said something about Stargate versus Atlantis. SG1 versus Atlantis. Let's see. I don't think I can find. I just want something to put up on the screen here real quick. Images. Oh, I can put that up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'll be a good background for us. Maybe if the picture. Yeah, there we go. All right, there we go. How's that? Let me go move me over a little bit. Yeah, I'll move me back to there. Okay. This will be a good background just to discuss it. But what do you guys think? I'm going to automatically, let's talk about it. Let's do this, then we'll go into Battlestar Galactica. We'll go to wherever you want. But let's do a little discussion about Stargate series. I think we're all going to universally agree right now that Universe is the definite third place, like distant third place. I do think the last season of Atlantis actually showed huge promise. I think it really came up, especially the last 3 quarters of that season. And I would have loved to have seen another year to see where they went with some of it. But I have deep love for both SG1 and Atlantis. I'm not mad at Ben Browder when Richard Dean Anderson backed off a lot. But I don't think it was quite as good under Browder, but I don't think it's his fault or himself. I think Atlantis was epic all the way through because they were supposed to have another season or two. And then it was abruptly canceled. Then they rushed out an ending. It was rushed. You can tell. That last season's cut, you can tell they rushed out and tried to close up things. They didn't do a very good job because they didn't have a lot of time. I would have loved to see a new Stargate Atlantis series going back to the Pegasus Galaxy to see what happened with the Wraith. What happened to the replicators? What happened with everything there? And they just disappeared and left everybody. That one left holes. I still edge out that SG1 is still my favorite. But I'll tell you what, Atlantis came real close. Real close for me. I did like more when they had Dr. Weir there than when they started swapping in all the other leaders. Even Amanda Tapping being there wasn't quite as good. But, then we had Woolsey stuff in there. We got to try to have a problem. The original Battlestar Galactica is the best. Remakes are seldom anywhere as good. Yes, I agree. I agree totally. But for me, I'm going to say Stargate SG1 has my vote, but it's pretty close. I will say this, Atlantis looks gorgeous because it was filmed in widescreen and high def. They upgraded the cameras for Atlantis. I'm not sure, maybe not all of it, but I think most of it was widescreen high def. So that made a difference. But I bow to the chat. Sorry, I'm trying something here. I'm trying to play around with my menus on Rumble. Oh, there. Why not? There. All right. Sorry. I'm trying to check Rumble more. Like I said, Rumble, a lot of times, guys, I just use it as a placeholder anymore. Backup. I do like my new ISP. Don't you guys? I have less drops. Sorry, Mediacom. This is why I don't have you anymore. This is why I have the pink fiber optic now. All right, guys. So, I want to hear your votes. We'll move on. We'll do... You guys in the chat, you pick. What TV franchise or series, doesn't have to be all sci-fi. TV franchise, movie franchise, would you like to talk about after this? But I need to vote. I need to know which is your favorite, SG1 or Atlantis. And if you say Stargate Universe, your vote automatically does not count. So which one do you think is better? SG1 or Atlantis? And I got a feeling we're going to get some Atlantises. If not now, when people watch it later. Oh, man. All right. Let me see here. All right. Oh, wrong button. Hit the wrong button again. Keep going to Overlord DVD. See, I don't know what the delay is. I can't remember if I set my delay slow on this or low latency or not. I might have had it on high latency. Oops. Because I did a whole new stream. I thought it was supposed to keep my settings, but it may not have. Let me see here. Let me go. Oopsie. Let me go here. Oh. Oh, I hate when it does that. Here. Move this over and I'll check. Hang on. I don't think I can change it while I'm streaming. Can I? Stream settings. Oh, I'm on normal latency. I'm sorry, and I can't change it while I'm streaming. So there's a hell of a delay. So I apologize. That's a me problem. That is a me problem. Apologies. Dang it. I left it on long. I didn't change. I made a new stream and I forgot that changes your settings back. So, whoopee-doo to me. So, you guys are on a hell of a delay, so I apologize for that. I will try to sing and dance and spin around in my chair until you guys get to that point. Nice. The one with MacGyver. Okay, SG1, got it. Drunken Deer. Oh, that's a good name. Stargate Atlantis is a tacky, cheesy cousin of SG1. Well, Drunken Deer. You know what? I can actually kind of agree with that because it was. I will say Atlantis, while it did have its very serious moments, I think they did interject a little more Marvel-esque comedy into it. A little more slapstick, so I can kind of agree with you on that. But they did actually get more serious in some of the stuff with the Wraith. But, yeah, I can definitely see that. And welcome, by the way. Drunken Deer, what do you think of Stargate Universe? I thought it was... I think it was it was pretty bad. I think half the people in it were badly cast. The storyline was badly thought up, but I do think it got better the last season and showed real promise. And I think if they would have continued one more season, that what they built near the end of the last season would have made it a good, maybe a good season out of it. All right, so bring up any franchises you want to talk about. We'll talk. And I'll stay on for an hour or two if you guys want. If you got stuff you want to talk about pop culture-wise. If not, I will steer it and we'll go there. Like, I was shocked the other day. Nerdrotic did a video, and I can't remember which video he did I think it was the one, might have been one talking about the cancellation Stargate. At the end of it, he had the theme song to Mask, the 80s cartoon. So I did a quick search, and it must be a cover made very close. Just different enough not to get in trouble. Because, man, I heard that, I was like, whoa, Mask. I love me some 80s, cartoons. I have a lot of them back there. I even have the Dukes cartoon. Yeah, remember that one? Oh, let's see here. There we go. You get to listen to me type. Now this is Starbuck and Apollo right there. Oh, yeah. Whole rotten tomato. Okay. But that, Commander Adamo, yeah. Lauren Green was epic. But that right there is Starbuck and Apollo. Sorry, let me just back up. These guys right here, definitely. I'm sorry, Starbuck was a guy. These two were the guy friends, the bros. So they screwed it up really bad. Should have maybe had Dirk Benedict in it again. He was young enough. All right. Oh, Drunken Deer. Damn right. I loved it near the end of the season too. Yes. Yeah, it's like suddenly, it's almost like somebody else took over writing it. Because the first season was pretty abysmal. Everything else was abysmal. Right up to that last season, they were really starting to do something good with it. They had an option and just screwed it up. I swear it's almost like somebody else took over the writing. It had teething problems, yes. I don't think the cast, like the lead cast, the Colonel in it was not very good. I think a lot of the casting seemed like their acting was a little flat. And they didn't seem to really, I don't know, the characters, even for a new series, seemed, I don't know, kind of blah. But yeah, I'm with you on that, totally. And I apologize again for my latency, guys. I forgot to change it when I did I changed over from the politics to the pop culture. And I forgot to reset it, so I apologize. Also, the women were getting cringe and not genuine. Yes. Robert Carlyle, he could be a really good, excuse my language, a really good prick. He made a good prick. And I think they could have done something with him in even better ways than they did. Yeah, they had some plot holes too. Like they wouldn't think he would have found, disappearing all the time, he didn't find the bridge or something. Come on. But yeah. The women characters were getting pretty cringe. They definitely gave them a little more of the girl boss. One was girl boss and one was way too far the other way. They couldn't pick a medium that really did women right. It's like, we'll make this chick just roar, and the other one just, oh my God. Too much. Yeah, carried the show. Yeah, Robert Carlyle did carry the show. I have to agree, even though the guy that played the young kid on there, he actually started getting better near the end of that. I found the Colonel really bad. Really, really bad in it. Let me see here. Good grief. Yeah, yeah, he was really good, but he played a good jerk. And I think they could have done more with him, even as they moderated him a little more. The other problem I had is I'm not sure the ship looked quite right for the Ancients. But they could definitely have done better with it. Cast, Chloe, where is he? Where is he? Eli, they were starting to make something good out of Eli. I'm trying to find it. Where is he? Cast. Oh, come on. Wow, Lucian Alliance. Oh, shut up. Oh. Okay, so I didn't come up. Fine. Sorry, I was trying to look for something. There it is. Oh, Louis Ferrer Everett. Yeah, Colonel Everett. I thought he was one of the worst colonels in the history of all the Stargate series. One of the worst military commanders. He was an absolute jackass. Did not inspire loyalty to any of the people under him. And he's cheating with Elena Huff and Johansson. He's doing her. He's just a total prick. He's a bad leader. Whoever wrote him, and I'm not saying it's his fault, but whoever wrote him did a horrible job. Yeah, Robert Carlyle, as Rush, did the best. Brian Smith, he was okay. I liked Greer better than I did Matthew Scott. Matthew Scott seemed like too much of a lost puppy over Johansson or the other chick. And, I don't know, he seemed just kind of vanilla. But Greer I kind of liked. But they just didn't do very good. Why did Stargate Universe get canceled? Because it sucked. The first season or so was bad enough and didn't draw a fan base. A major Stargate Universe canceled by Sci-Fi in 2010 due to a combination of declining ratings, high production costs, a significant shift in network branding, i.e. NBC Universal just making Sci-Fi into a crap hole C- channel. They got rid of anything good. NBC Universal is why Atlantis got an early axe. It's why they axed out Farscape. Then had to come back to do the Peacekeeper Wars. They got rid of anything good. Yeah. Major contributor was Alienation of the traditional Stargate fan base, which rejected the show's darker, grittier, and character-driven format. How was SG1 in Atlantis not character-driven? That is absolutely stupid. It was very character-driven. Dude, you say Daniel Jackson now. You say Colonel O'Neill. My God, people know who you're talking about. Even Ronan Dex. People know exactly who you're talking about. It was very character-based. Just the character sucked. It sucked. Last half of that last season was actually the only thing good. Gave me hope. All right. It was the teeny romance nonsense. Yes. It was. It was. Yeah, there was a lot of it. And Miss Girl Boss right here in the purple. Oh, was she obnoxious. I'm not sure who was more annoying. The blonde for trying to play military badass and her as whiny little witch half the time. Or the chick in the purple here doing the same type of shtick also. Or Miss Badass, the characters are bad. Greer had a pretty good character. The Colonel was horrible. Rush was good. I forgot his name already, but he was blah, vanilla bad. Eli was pretty good. And come on, what's his name? Boy, it's going to be like that, huh? Let me go see if I can find out. Is Universe ever coming back? It's not coming back. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, I forgot his name. All right, we don't talk about Origins. Dude, I never even watched Origins. I heard enough about it. As soon as it came out, I heard a lot of people. Once I read the synopsis, I'm like, why? And then I'm glad I didn't, because a friend of mine, also a sci-fi pop culture-y person, watched it and he just said, don't. I thought about it. I dipped in for the first couple minutes and right away I wanted out. So yeah. Yeah, that show is forbidden and hidden by the Knox. Nice reference. I don't know. I have to admit the Stargate SG1 with the Ori, some of that got a little, I don't know, off for me. They lost a little direction. I do say any of the episodes with Colonel O'Neill in them, and there are a few General O'Neill ones that were really good, But yeah, I don't know, it must be nice to have that money and fame enough where you go, nah, I feel like backing down from a major #1 loved series and just walking away and do nothing. It's like, woof. Well, that's a rough looking picture of Amanda I'll tell you what, out of all of them in that series, Michael Shanks has aged the best. That is not a joke. Maybe just because it's small, but this picture of Amanda Tapping looks rough. I still have a problem seeing Christopher Judge with hair. Dude, I know that's wrong. I mean, this picture is just bad. I admit, when I saw in the series when they gave Christopher Judge hair, it messed up a lot of people. And I remember there was actually a fan backlash back then. People going, what the hell? It's like, come on. So I understand you don't want to be bald, very bald like 10 years of your life for a TV show. I get it. But that's a rough picture right here. Whoa. Look at that picture. That's rough. I'm not sure that hairdo becomes him either, but you know. God of War. Yeah. He does good voice work. Does a lot of good voice work. Amanda Tapping. Man, I hope it's just because that picture's small. Okay, that's better. That's a little better, but yeah, she getting this, yeah. Oof. Everybody remembers this Amanda Tapping, no. Oh, come on. Whatever. That Amanda Tapping. Everybody remembers that one. They don't remember that next one. That's looking a little. I mean, I'm sure I don't look as good as I did when this show was on either. Now I'm better. Terrell Rothery, that was always a name. Claudia Black. She had her moment. I'll tell you what, in Farscape, she was. I kind of liked her in Farscape. It's almost like she lost too much weight when she went to Stargate. I don't know, it's just me. I thought she lost a little too much weight. Sergeant Siler. Corin Nemec. What did you guys think of Jonas Quinn in Stargate? In SG1? I thought, he got kind of a raw dog because Shanks is gone for a while there. But I think they did a very good job with the Jonas Quinn storyline. I kind of would have liked to have seen Jonas Quinn maybe stay around a little more. I actually liked the character. He was a good insert. He was put in well. He wasn't just put in as a lame fill-in for Daniel Jackson. He had his own storyline, his own character, his own, problems. And I actually liked his character. Too bad his people were kind of retarded. I mean, couldn't stop the fight no matter what. Vanessa Angel, yeah, she was. Yeah. What was it? Yeah, Don S. Davis. That was sad. Sorry, guys. Let me see here. All right, I'll put that on my screen. I'll put it on my other screen. Jay Watterson, thank you. Let's see here. What do we have? What is that? Oh, what the hell? A Battlestar Galactica thing? I'll watch that later. Oh, Richard Hatch and Dirk Benedict? Whoa. Dirk Benedict had a funny, in the opening scene of A-Team, where they're doing the characters, and he's doing his standing there, and all of a sudden a guy in a Cylon costume walks by, and he goes, that nice little throwback there NBC did. Nice little shout out to Battlestar Galactica. Now, here, let me ask a quick question. How many people here know why the original Battlestar Galactica was canceled? How many people know why Battlestar Galactica was canceled? And it had nothing to do with ratings either. It was an early show, a sci-fi show that was canceled because of what it cost to make it. It was doing great. It was like number 1 or 2 for the network. they were starting to have a toy line come out. That's why there's very few toys. The toy line had just come out. They're starting to have figures and comics. I have a very large Battlestar Galactica comic under my glass on my table over there where my Sky Striker is sitting. But they were just starting to get all the cool stuff to go with it. And then NBC got cold feet and canceled. Well, that was stupid. Yep, too expensive, 100%. Don S. Davis has lost the most weight. Oh, man. Damn, Drunken Deer. Woo. Oh, no. If you haven't seen it, watch a clip off YouTube of his sermons. Gives huge Ori vibes. Holy crap. The priest guy from Ori made me laugh. I didn't know or confirmed it was the same guy who played the fanatical Franciscan friar in the Borgias? Yeah. I didn't know or confirmed it was the same guy. You mean Jeremy Irons, do you? That wasn't Jeremy Irons. What? Wait a minute. Now I gotta know, dang it. Oh, Julian Sands. Okay, yeah. Okay. I don't know why I'm mixing with Jeremy Irons, but yeah, Julian Sands. Yeah. Yeah. You mean that right there? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm mixing with Jeremy Irons. Yeah, Julian Sands. Holy crap. They did a good job, though. It made him look like an evil prick in it. So he's the one. Wait a second now. Drunken Deer. Now, which one did the sermons? Which one did the sermons, Drunken Deer? Stephen Burkoff. Not Jeremy Irons. He did sermons? Really? Oh, you mean this guy? No, that's Drake Anderson. Stephen Burkoff. I'm going to have to go see who that is. Oh, holy crap. Yeah, I always remember him from Beverly Hills Cop. Yep. Holy crap. He does like sermons? Holy crap. Jay Watterson, you're killing me, man. But yeah, it was definitely too expensive. What the sermons? So you're talking Stephen Burkoff does sermons? Whoa. Let's see if this is one you're talking about. Does he? Oh, meditations. What? They're typically talking about the Sermon on the Mount, famous sequence. No? Okay. Huh. I know, I can always wait for the latency to kick over, but I just haven't. There we go. Plays a friar preaching in the Borgias. Wow. I didn't watch as much as the Borgias. Borgias? I didn't watch a lot of that, but everybody told me it was really good. I think it's one of those series I just ran out of time to watch. That's one problem. One thing good about before we had quite as many streaming services, it was easier to keep up on your stuff. Now you got to remember to pay attention to. You don't have a TV guide as much anymore. You don't have just a TV guide to go, yep, and you don't have to look forward to. You know when each show is going to be on at a certain time. You don't have 8,000 choices, so it's easy just to, boom, be into a show, then be discussing it with everybody. It was really kind of a good time. But yeah. Let me back up Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, there we go. I have the original movie Battlestar Galactica from the original series. Now, Drunken Deer kind of makes you wish the Nox were in Battlestar Galactica 1980. They could have hid that. Tell me that was not just a... Dude, they finally found Earth. And they put out this just god-awful, insanely horrid show. I'm not even sure I've seen all the episodes of Galactica 1980 because it's just that fudging bad. It is horrid. Have you guys even seen Galactica 1980? There's a lot of original Battlestar Galactica fans never even tried watching it. Lauren Green, man, they had to give him a hell of a paycheck. Come back for that nasty thing. He basically says to lose your gold and vanities and go to Amish. Calls the Pope a rich sodomite and a blasphemer. Well, he may not be totally wrong on that last part. Well, I don't have... If he'd like to give me some gold I could lose, I'd be more than happy to accept it, and then I will lose some of it. It's always people that have plenty of gold and money always telling the rest of us to lose our gold and money. Isn't that weird? My brother, growing up, I had the Colonial Viper, and he had the Cylon Raider, and I actually thought the Cylon Raider was the cooler ship. Why? Because it had two of the little red shooty bullets. The the Viper only had the one in the point at the tip. The Cylon Raider, the wings popped out, opened up, and you could shoot two of them. It was great. And look at this. They were just getting toy lines going. I saw this Battlestar Galactica this little rover, whatever it is, the Scarab, on Marketplace recently. If I'd had the money, sure. Also saw this shooting this Colonial Viper launcher on Marketplace. Yeah, this right here. My brother, I had the one that shot the little red bullets, like this one. You know, they put Boba Fett next to it. Little tiny red missile that shook up the toy industry. Yeah, it shot that right off the tip. And then my brother had this one. That one. Oops. That right there. Pull the sides open and poof, you shoot the two of them. Such a great toy line. And it was just getting out there. That's the bad part. That's pretty good stuff in them. Baltar. That's Baltar right there. Not the metrosexual, whiny, I'm being manipulated by a woman, Baltar. Sorry, that wasn't my problems with the newer Battlestar Galactica. The newer Battlestar Galactica, they made Baltar kind of a wussy. I'm not even sure you'd say he was evil. He was just kind of a bad person, but kind of just a bad political type person. This Baltar was more than willing to take out his whole people for power and hatred. That's a badass. So yeah. Yeah, some pretty good stuff. Alright. I'm more of a B5, not seeing the old Battlestar Galactica. Oh, I love B5. I don't know if you can see behind me. Probably can't. If I move out of the way. Now, what you don't see is a Babylon 5 picture right here. It's got the Season 1 cast with the station over them. You know, Jeffrey Sinclair. And over there, I've got a huge Babylon 5 poster. Bruce Boxleitner and the rest of the cast on that one. Gorgeous picture, too. So, yeah, I like me my B5. Right below it is also the Serenity from Firefly. And the Doctor Who over here. And I got a lot of stuff down here. I got a lot of those. And I have Babylon 5, the whole series on Blu-ray. Love it. Babylon 5 is still one of the best written shows ever. had the story arc written. He wouldn't let anybody ad-lib because he didn't want to screw his story up. Coincidentally, Bester, Walter Koenig, did one of his best ever characters in that show. So I'm with you, man. Flying motorcycles was not to like. Okay, if you want flying motorcycles, go watch Megaforce. There's a movie that, even as a little kid, it kind of felt like it let me down. But I'm going to have to check that out. Look up Megaforce, see if I can find it and watch that. See if it's really as bad as now that I'm grown up, and see if it's as bad as everybody said it really was. I think it was. But Babylon 5 is epic. Almost bought a Cylon toaster for home. There's a Cylon toaster? That's cool. Which is amazing because our toaster is dying right now. You know, I have to literally hold it down to make it work. New actors of the 80s was one of the actors that took over for Bo and Luke in the Dukes of Hazzard. Oh, let's see here. No, you mean Coy and Vance? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Is it? No. No. No, I don't think so. I think the guy on the right here is a guy who was believing Adam 12, the 70s police show my dad used to watch. I think this guy was in Adam 12. Let's see here. There. No, I don't think either of those are Ball, Coy, and Vance Duke. Here, let me find out. Watch this. There. There's Coy and Vance Duke right there. When Bo and Luke had their contract dispute. So here's Battlestar. 1980. So here's the guys right there. Nah, I don't think so. Nah, close. They could be related. How's that? I don't think that's them. Coy and Vance. Boy, I'm telling you right now. Coy, he looked like he liked some good old boys. He was a little too fluffy for Dukes of Hazzard. Oh, I remember this. Bo and Luke are back. Dude, I don't know about any of the rest of you, but man, growing up, Friday nights was epic just because the Dukes of Hazzard was on. What a fun show. Just crazy fun show. We just need shows like that now. They're just sometimes doofy, sometimes unrealistic, just fun though. There was nothing, didn't have to have a lot of politics in it, didn't have a lot of BS, just a fun show. The episode was titled The Dukes of Hollywood. The Dukes of Hollywood. But here's Coy and Vance, though. Coy and Vance right here. Or I'll do it right here, these guys, right here. That's Coy and Vance. And here is the Battlestar Galactica 1980 people. There's the two right there. These Starbuck and Apollo stand-ins. So I don't think, no, they're not the same guys. And I think this guy right here is from Adam 12. Barry Van Dyke. And Mr. something McCord. Right here. Barry Van Dyke, I think, is the blonde guy. McCord, I think, is the dark hair. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Kent McCord. I believe he was in Adam 12. If I remember right. My dad was in Adam 12. Not me. Kent McCord. Let's see what he comes. There it is. Okay, yeah. That's him in Adam 12. The old cop show. I barely remember it. My dad used to love it. Bo and Luke coming back was like when Coca-Cola brought back classic Coke. Oh, 100%. You toast the easy fix, clean the electromagnet, and that will fix it. Well, we also have a problem in American Explorer. I've taken our toaster apart and fixed it before, and all the reflective material has degraded. let's just say you can crank that thing all the way up and it doesn't burn toast. It still has a problem toasting it as much because all the reflective materials burned off it over the years. So I actually need a new one. Kevin Ty's partner, yes. Yes, thank you, American Explorer. 100%. I'm sorry, I'm over here. Yeah, thanks, American Explorer. Yeah, the stream is much smoother. I switched from Mediacom to fiber optic. And I'll tell you who it is. It's T-Mobile. T-Mobile got fiber optic in my area. We put it off. We gave Mediacom their chances. But too many downs, too many slowdowns, too many problems. And I'll tell you what, I pay about half right now for fiber optic. That's 1 gig both ways. So, yeah, sorry, Mediacom. But yeah, thanks, American Explorer. Yeah, if I have problems now, it's a me problem or a me computer problem. So, we'll see how it goes. SG1. Atlantis was close second, but yeah, I still like SG1 better. I agree, American Explorer. Sorry, I took a while to answer. I forget sometimes. Which I used to take crap for. Alright, there we go. Emergency, yes. I have to admit, as a kid, a little kid, I did like Emergency. Okay, yes, Kent McCord is on battle on Adam 12. I was hoping, until I looked this up and saw his picture right here in the middle, I was not 100% sure. Like I said, my dad liked Adam 12. My dad liked Adam 12, Columbo, and Kojak. Yep. I was a kid. I didn't much get into Kojak. I will admit, even as a kid, I think I was too young to remember. I think I didn't get into Rockford Files until near the end of the series. I was old enough to kind of know, but I watched it years later. And the Rockford Files was a good show. Emergency, yes, it was good. Emergency was a great show. You say the reflective material is toast. Oh, man. Yeah, they got these reflective pieces in there, and the stuff just peeled off. So I looked around. Getting just those reflective pieces is not easy. So, let's see. Ooh, I'm going to put that in now. God dang it. Dude, I'll tell you what. Emergency, the sound of that fire call coming in is driven in my head almost as much as the old AOL dial-up sound. You know, every time they got a call, it's like, whoa. I wonder if I can find something for that. But yeah, that was a good show. These guys, at least the guy right here, the dark-haired guy, was in an episode of Battlestar Galactica, by the way. The original Battlestar Galactica. He was in it. So, yep. Back when nurses used to dress like nurses. Yep. I think I actually had an emergency toy. Might have been the small fire truck. When I was a kid. I can't remember, but I think I did. Let's see. Like I said, guys, I'm on tonight just talk about pop culture stuff, and I'll be on until you guys want to chat for a while. I'm just here. The complete series. God, when did that run? Behind the scenes episodes. Yeah. 7 seasons, 1972. Well, that's why I don't remember all of it. I was a youngin'. In fact, I probably saw it in reruns. Yeah, 72. Yeah, I'm not going to be remembering it in 72. So that's why. John Gage. Yes, he was in on at least one episode of Battlestar Galactica. Roy DeSoto. Dixie McCall. Kelly Brackett. That was a good show. It's just funny because shows back then, my wife has been watching a lot of older TV shows. I mean, we're talking like I Love Lucy era. Because she's finding them fun. She's like, there's no BS, no crap. You can just sit, watch, relax, and enjoy. She's right. Hot Wheels has a Station 51 truck? Really? Wow. That's crazy. I mean, like, they still have it? Wow. Oh, shoot! I did have that. Okay, I had that. Yeah. Holy crap, that they have a newer version of it. They remade it. There, that's the one I had, right there. Okay. Dude, I may still have this. Back here on this bookcase below all my G.I. Joe stuff, I still have my original Matchbox and Hot Wheels cars. I even have a burning key car. Yeah. I have all of them. I don't know if I have this one still, but I have a whole tackle box full of my Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. I even have the Roadrunner. Not the Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner. The Hardee's Roadrunner. The pickup truck and car and trailer by Ertl. Used to get at Hardee's back when I was a kid. I got that still. Bet your wife likes Hazel. I don't know. I don't think she's seen that one yet. She's just going back and learning, watching some of these older ones. She actually watched Farscape not too long ago. I know it's not as old as I Love Lucy, but she's been watching some of the 80s, 90s stuff, and then some 50s, 60s stuff. She's just kind of picking up on a lot of this. The building used to shoot the exterior firehouse scenes for emergency. It's still there. Wow. It's still a fire station? That's crazy. It is. That's crazy. Coy and Vance Duke. I have to admit, even though I was young, but man, watching Coy and Vance, don't play coy with me. It never seemed as good with those two. It just didn't. And Coy, he was a little dude. He was a little guy. Dixie oh, here's a standard Redditor, guys. Dixie symbols in the South denotes racial undertones. Frig, it does. No, it doesn't. My God, there are tons of darker-skinned Americans. There's tons of black Americans in the South that have the Dixie flag and rebel flag, whatever, all that stuff. Play the Dixie sound. Shut up. Stop it. Didn't they jump a shark in the General Lee? I was confused as hell as a kid. Those are their cousins? Okay, but why do they look and dress like the Duke Boys? Even as a kid, this shit didn't cut the mustard. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Yep. I swear that before they were acting on the show, they were stunt doubles. No, they couldn't have been. Because if you ever saw them together, Coy was a good amount shorter than Schneider. John Schneider was. There's no way. Let me see here. Let's see if I can. Wonder if I can find a picture of them together. Oh, come on. There we go. Hey, here you go. Try that one. Yeah, because these guys, these two are about the same height. That's why they wore the same clothes, guys. But Vance, Coy over here, he's a good amount smaller than John Schneider. John Schneider was a tall boy, too. So, yeah. I mean, that was just get off Bo and Luke's car. Crazy cooter coming at you. Oh, no. Yep. Boy, it's amazing how many people still talking about it. I mean, geez, throwbacks and everything else. Wow. All right, storylines emergency are based on actual rescues. Yes, I remember hearing that. That was like 5-6 years ago. I heard something about that. I didn't know that. I was like, really cool. The actor that drove the ladder truck was a real firefighter. Everybody had a SAG card. Wow. Well, that's really cool as hell. Damn. See, I didn't know as much about some of those older shows. Like I said, my dad was into a lot of it, and I watched some with him, of course. We really got into my show era right around here. You already know where I'm going. Boom, baby. Trans Am. Not a freaking Mustang. If anything, they should have used a Camaro. Jazzed up to look a little more Trans Am-y. But dude, Knight Rider, I used to work at Snowstar Ski Area out past Andalusia, Illinois. And there was a guy, I crap you not, that had the Knight Rider car and drove it there and would bring it and sit, and it was actually used on the show. He had the plaque and everything. It was used on the show, driven by David Hasselhoff and signed by him. And he used to drive it up there and leave it near this the rental shack where I worked. The ski rental. Amazing. Knight Rider, a new film by Chris Noter. What? But I did own a 1983 Pontiac Trans Am with the Crossfire fuel injection. Almost the same style as this one, just without the cool extra lights. Always wanted to add those extra lights on mine. And if you look, Kit actually sat pretty high. Knight Rider's still a badass series. But that was a good show. That's about when we hit my era of TV, baby. Knight Rider, Airwolf, the first season or two. Stuff like that. There was a lot of good stuff then. Wait till I introduce my wife more to Airwolf. I think she's seen some Knight Rider. The Blue Thunder TV series is only one season. The movie was better. So yeah, I don't know. This is where we hit my era of TV. That I really remember. Dukes of Hazzard, Knight Rider, and even as a child, McPherson, the chick that was in there. Oh, she gave me feelings. Her right there, Bonnie. Oh, she gave me the squirmies as a young one. I didn't know what the hell. Then they did the abysmal Knight Rider 2000 with the Pontiac Banshee car. It was the concept vehicle they never made. It was front wheel drive. Blech. But everybody hated it. And you know why everybody hated it? Because Michael Knight and Kit were friends. They were bros. They were compadres. They'd saved each other's lives so many times. You saw Michael, he was willing to give up his own life to save Kit when Goliath almost killed him. They saved each other so much, but then he just walked away and let Kit get scrapped and cut up in bits. That'd be like letting your dog, walking away and letting somebody just, donating your dog to a Chinese restaurant. That's insane. So then he just came back, hey, let's just dig up pieces of Kit. And one piece just happens to be in this woman. Shut up. Every time you talk about Knight Rider, I picture you sitting on the floor inebriated, late night stream while eating Jack in the Box. Dude, we don't have Jack in the Box around here. Shut up. When my wife and I travel, we go to Jack in the Box on purpose. I do love me some Jack in the Box. I don't care if I'm supposed to avoid carbs. I will cheat. Knight Rider was a good show. So was Airwolf the first season. Oh my God. What are you sending me? Oh my God, David Hasselhoff, bone drunk. Thanks, man. That's so rude. You're a sick man, Mr. Watterson. You're a sick man. Sorry, I have a large dog down here. And that was the Pontiac Banshee concept. And that Banshee concept actually became the Gen 4 Trans Ams, which I have one of. I have a Gen 4 Pontiac Trans Am Ram Air Jet Black. Yep. Come on, everybody loved. Okay, then the Knight Rider, the action pack series that created Hercules and Xena and stuff, had the Knight Rider 2000 or 2010. the Apocalyptic Futures series, whatever, that was pretty stupid. Then there's that show called Team Knight Rider for a while. Pretty bad. Knight Rider 2000. It was horrible. Mm-hmm. I don't know. A lot of the 80s shows. Oh, here's a good one for you. I'm going to keep just coming up with shows. I thought you would get the reference. You're fine, man. You know I don't take offense to that. Oh, no. I didn't realize that's what he was doing when he got bone drunk like that. Ever hear of this series? I actually loved this one. It was short-lived, but I loved it. Manimal. Where he would turn into animals. Manimal, where the ideal was better than the fall. I don't know. It had possibilities. I think his acting was a little bit... Even when I was younger, I thought his acting was a little meh. There was also a Sword and Sorcery movie back, or TV series on CBS, like one season. I actually have the DVD, or I can't remember the name of it, though. But I remember that. Fun fact, Jack in the Box tacos taste even better after midnight. Kiss my butt, because now I want a friggin' taco. Don't do that. Do not do that. I think you already know where I'm going, guys. Boom. Buck Rogers. I have a #2 Buck Rogers comic book, Gil Gerard era, right here next to me. I have the full series back there. I've used Buck Rogers as my ringtone. I think it's still on my phone. I loved the first season of Buck Rogers. I love the movie. My mom took me to see Buck Rogers at the Parkway Cinema at South Park Mall. The first cinema in my area to have Dolby Surround. Oh my God. I got to see Buck Rogers and I was just a kid. I loved that movie. And Princess Ardala gave me those funny feelings, as did Aaron Gray. Whoa. I don't know. Who was hotter? Princess Ardala or Aaron Gray, or Wilma Deering. I will say this. Aaron Gray is probably the hottest person to ever. She's the only woman to ever make the name Wilma attractive. There are not a lot of other beautiful Wilmas out there. Verily, do people go, when they talk about attractive women, do guys go, yeah, Wilma. Except for her. Wilma Deering. Oh. But the chick who played Princess Ardala, those outfits. Jeez. But the first season was epic. Dude, that is sci-fi porn right here. Just this picture, that is sci-fi porn. It was epic. And then, as much as I liked Gil Gerard as the character, Gil Gerard couldn't keep his mouth shut. I don't like the direction of the series. And he pushed to change it. And then they turned it into this. I mean, they put Aaron Gray in a weird nurse's fast food roller skate girl outfit. It was horrid. I just want the image, dude. Just open the image. That's all I want. Won't give me the image. It sucks. I know this. She's like a bunch order burgers from her. She's going to come up in roller skates. The second season had possibilities. Hawk was good. Hawk was good in the second season of Buck Rogers. But being on the Searcher with that idiot captain or admiral, it was so bad. It was so bad. The first season, it had just the right amount of stickiness, goofy music of the time, crazy, goofy stuff. But then they had real feeling where Buck Rogers is trying to make it in this world and still missing, like on his birthday, he was depressed. He actually had pangs of missing his old life, the old people, while still trying to make, being lonely in this new time. They really did good of combining everything. But damn, that second season destroyed it. Just destroyed it. And it was, sorry to say, a lot of it was Gil Gerard's fault. 100% Gil Gerard. Sorry, Gil. Too bad you're gone, man, but should have left the show alone. Should have left it alone. Let me see. Marky Post was in it. Yes, I remember that. Marky Post in there. Oof. She should have dressed like that on Night Court. I mean, damn. Let's back up. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted cast. Princess. Boom. Yeah, Pamela Hensley. I mean, I don't know. Let me know. What do you think? Pamela Hensley versus Aaron Gray. I would have liked to have seen Aaron Gray in some of Pamela Hensley's outfits. I definitely would have liked that. I think that would have been made for a very interesting show. Yeah. Oops. With Edward Woodward. Equalizer. You brought it up, so I'm going there. The direction is owed to Gil. 100%. Yeah, he was. Not more serious. He didn't like the gallivanting Buck Rogers. I thought the first season was pretty serious. He had very huge issues, not just in the movie, but throughout the first season. There were actual issues he was having adapting to the new time, being depressed, missing his wife, his family, everybody. Everything he knew was dead. So there was slapsticky, but he wanted this more out in space Star Trek type thing, and he destroyed it. But yes, he also wanted less of the female thing because he was religious and felt like it was just, I can't have that. All of his changes destroyed Buck Rogers. Destroyed it. Now, Equalizer was epic. In fact, the very fact they have the new Equalizer show with Queen Latifah, Edward Woodward, man, that dude, no, you are not beating this guy. Him and, they were just so good in that. It was such a good show. And, no, it was a very good show. I loved it. I like the Denzel ones, but Edward Woodward is always going to be the Equalizer to me. You're never going to beat him. The theme song was just gorgeous. Ooh, good one. Very nice. Ooh, keep calling them out. Now, the mini-series. I have this. I don't have V, or do I have the series? I think I just have the miniseries. The original miniseries. I actually liked the whole series. And the series, what was good about the series for V is they kept the same actors. You had the miniseries and it was popular, so we're going to make a series. And they kept the actors. So yeah. Now you talking original V, J. Watterson? Because, there are 3 kind of cuties on there. I mean, look at that. Dude, that is 80s right there, baby. Look at that hair teased up. Yeah, the miniseries was good. Diana. Ooh, yeah. Not like a bad girl. You know, the chick commander was really good, though. Yeah, I like the series, though. The miniseries was great, and I like the series. And then they add the actual ending. Dude, that has got to be one of the few times in TV history You have a mini-series starts out. It becomes popular. So they do a series. And then to close it, they did another mini-series. It really did good. God dang it. Now I got to go back and watch that. Thanks. Thanks a lot, guys. Woo. Hey, no problem. No problem, Drunken Deer. Thanks for giving me any time of your time tonight. Appreciate it. Taking a Pelham with John Travolta. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, the original brunette right here. Yes, Bader. Jane Bader. Badler? Jane Badler, I believe is her name. Yeah, Jane Badler. I don't know, Blondie there is pretty good. This one here is like Marianne cute. Now, Mark Singer, was in another one of my you already know the movie. One of my favorite 80s movies, and I do own it. Beastmaster. Love it. I have that. What a good movie. Dar. Talks to animals. Beastmaster. Yep. Jay Waters knew where I was going. You folks showing your age by 15 years to myself. Hey! No, I would have shown my age if I had actually remembered Emergency fully from watching it the first run. I obviously didn't. I remember as a little child, because it was 7 seasons, I remembered some of it. Like I said, that sound of the alarm call. But my dad, with Kojak, all that stuff, that was before me. Like, Rockford Files was what? 1974? I wouldn't have been remembering a lot of that till like the late seasons. Beastmaster. Kroll! Oh! But come on, Drunken Deer. Even if we're 15 years over you, you gotta know some of these. Beastmaster and Kroll. I think I have Kroll also. Yep. With the glaive. Kroll is fun. If you haven't seen Kroll, don't even go, oh, Lady Hawk. Even better. You're killing me. Now you're on a roll. My wife hasn't seen Lady Hawk yet, and she's got to find it and watch it. I think one of our services has it or something, or I'll sail the seas. I don't have Lady Hawk, but Lady Hawk. Michelle Pfeiffer. Oof. Michelle Pfeiffer could be hot. But this movie, Matthew Broderick, Rutger Hauer, man. Enough said. It was weird because it was one of the first like night sword and sorcery type movies that had like very non-traditional music in it. Pretty upbeat, perky music, but oof. Michelle Pfeiffer. That girl could, oof. She cleaned up good. Lady Hawk. Such a good film. Rutger Hauer also did Split Second. Really good. And come on, Blade Runner. Blade Runner is epic. Blade Runner, Harrison Ford. I've got the box set that's got all the cuts. Okay, ready for this? Oh, you've seen Kroll 3 times? Thank God, Drunken Deer. Yep, Lady Hawk. Yep. I am one of those people that get some Blade Runner fans very mad at me. I actually prefer the versions with Deckard's voiceover. I actually prefer it. Because there are things going on in there that if there was not a voiceover to say a couple things, you wouldn't know. I like hearing about the street speech and everything else. The gutter speech. But I love all the versions of Blade Runner, but I like the ones with the voiceover better. Time Bandits. You mean Time Bandits. Yeah. Time Bandits is good. I will say this, Drunken Deer, but you've only seen Kroll 3 times? Damn, man, step it up. I go back and watch certain movies sometimes once a year. At least. I mean, Fifth Element, I watch that once or twice a year. Fifth Element is still, once again, A movie made in 1996 has as good a graphics or CG as almost anything out today. Fifth Element is still beautiful. Amazing soundtrack. Looks gorgeous. Oh. Made that blade thing out of wood, throwing at my sister or my dad. Oh, man. You made the glaive? That's what it was called, the glaive. But yeah, I love Blade Runner. It's just such a great movie. It was gritty. It was dark. Very noir. Very beautiful. The soundtrack by Vangelis. Just, whew. Just a good one. Love Blade Runner. Buckaroo Banzai. Dude. Buckaroo Banzai and Adventures in the Fifth Dimension. Isn't that what it was called? I believe. Dude, that movie, people either hate it or they absolutely love it. I'm one of those people that just loves the insane, goofy quirkiness of it. I think I got my wife to watch it, and I believe she liked it. I don't think she's as much of the goofiness as I was, but so I loved it. I still gotta hear the soundtrack. Yep. The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai across the 8th dimension. Sorry, I lost a couple dimensions. It's the 8th. Ooh, there's one of my favorite movies too. Sam Jones, Flash Gordon. Got it. Got the Savor the Universe edition too. Flash Gordon. I remember that. I saw that in a theater. My mom and dad almost didn't take me. They thought I was too young for it. But they let me. And it was in 3D. When I saw this in the theater, it was in 3D. There was that short-lived 3D period. They had Ice Pirates, Flash Gordon, and Space Hunter. Adventures in the Forbidden Zone. Yes, I've got that too. Space Hunter. How many remember that? Yeah. Peter Strauss played a space adventurer, a space garbage man. 8th dimension. Yes, I lost a couple dimensions there. That's why the scars haven't healed. Oh, dude. That sounds like the crap we did growing up. We'd shoot each other BB guns. And we'd put ink refills in them. And we'd dart each other. Molly Ringwald before she became a raving nutcase. Michael Ironside. Dude, what was that guy not in? Michael Ironside has been in insane amounts of TV shows and movies. Dystopian, space sci-fi, steampunk. It was goofy, but I really liked this movie. I believe at the time it failed pretty bad, but I loved this movie. And what was it? 1983. Oh, Time Cop. Good one. That is probably one of my top 2 or 3 Van Damme movies. Time Cop was a good flick. Minority Report. There's a good one. Oh, now you just hit it. Jay Watterson just hit one of my favorite movies of all time. Oh, was it 1983? I believe. Yes. I was right. 83. A lot of hardcore Frank Herbert fans hated this movie. I absolutely stand by this movie. I will die on that dune. Yes, not hill. I will die on that dune. I love this movie. The new movies, yeah, they're good. But the cast of this, you don't come close to this casting. I mean, come on. You had Captain Picard in it. Gurney, come on. Gurney Halleck. The casting was just gorgeous. And they actually got Baron Vladimir Harkonnen, a lot more right than the new movies did. This movie didn't get everything wrong. I love the stylization, the soundtrack, the look of it. There's a lot they got right. And actually, there's an uncut version of a totally different cut where they took and spliced back in other footage with the alternate ending that makes the ending a lot more like the new movie. But it didn't test good at the time. So they put this other softer ending in. The original with other footage is on YouTube. At least you could find it till about a year ago. But it is a different movie to watch. I think you should be able to buy both versions. I wish you could. But I loved this version. And the new movies do not get Baron Harkonnen right. He was a goofy, diseased, sick, depraved mofo. You do not get this level of nasty in the new one. He was horrid. He was horrid. Ugh. I mean, that is nasty. Look at that. Sean Young. Ooh. Sean Young was also in Blade Runner. Sean Young was cool. My top Van Damme was Replicant? Really? Mine is Bloodsport. Kumite. I love that movie. I'm a total tar nugget for that movie. I also like I liked Kickboxer too. But I would say Time Cop is right next to Bloodsport for me. But he did a lot of good movies. It's crazy. I think both films have shortcomings. Drunken Deer? Exactly. I totally agree. But come on, stylizing, the sound, the look, the casting of the OE, it is just, I think it's a gorgeous movie. And not every movie that follows a book, doesn't follow a book, makes it bad. They did what they could with this, and I still think it's a gorgeous movie. But the other version, if you guys have never seen it, I think it started getting struck down on YouTube. Even though they did total fair use, they said, this isn't ours, all the disclaimers. Found the old footage, put it in at 4K, and put the whole movie together, and God, was it great. That was another version that should have been out there for us. But yeah, I agree, it is, I think they both have shortcomings. I think if you could combine the two visions, you could have something that would just be, oh man. But I can watch both. I'm not one of those people that had to choose one or the other. I think I still slightly prefer the original Dune, the 83. But I have room in my heart for both because I think they're both good. So, the original ending for the original 1983 Dune was a lot more like the ending we got in the newer Dune. In fact, it was almost exact. So that was nice to see when that remade version. I don't know if I can find it anymore. It might be gone. Underrated movie from the 80s, The Hidden. Ooh. That was Kyle MacLachlan, wasn't it? If I remember right. Nuri, right? See, this is just shooting the shit. I'm enjoying this. Yes. Michael Nuri and Kyle MacLachlan. Yes. Good one. The toys from Dune 83. I remember a few of them. The craft as in the machines and flyers. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Agree with the costume and characters, but I think the settings, the craft, and use of language is superior. The voice from the guns is a little for me. Yeah, I don't mind the voice from the guns, but I will say some of the craft, even though I'm not sure dragonfly winged craft would be as viable as a type of anti-gravity that we'd have 10,000 years from now, ion propulsion, whatever. I'm not sure flippy flappy wings they would be flying in windstorms and rough conditions would be the way it would go. But hey, if that's more by the novel, I get it. So I can kind of agree with that, except I do like the weirding modules and the voice stuff. I didn't mind it. I did not mind it. It wasn't Time Cop. I had to look up before. I can't think of who it was. The name of the show. Saved my life. It wasn't Time Cop. American Explorer, which... Okay, it wasn't Time Cop. It wasn't Time Cop. What was the name of the show where the police could scan time, detect crimes where they committed, and they would charge and arrest the crimes? That was Minority Report. Yeah, that was the movie Minority Report. But there was a show? Was there a TV show? Hang on, let's find out. You're not talking Time Tracks, are you? Oh, I think I remember what you're talking about. Are you talking Continuum? Because that's a newer show, but Continuum was out. I think you're thinking the movie Minority Report. It wasn't Time Cop. I can't think of who it was. The name of the show saved my life. It didn't last long. Well, I don't know. I always Continuum did something like that. That was what, mid 2000s, 2010-ish. Anybody know what American Explorer's show is? I don't know which one he's talking about. I typed in pretty much what he's saying, and I'm not finding anything except Continuum. There's Kaleidoscope. I don't know anything about that. It's coming on Netflix, or was on Netflix. I'm trying to see if there's something here, but I'm not seeing anything. So if you guys know what he's talking about, let me know, because I'm curious now. I'm really curious. Oh, crap. I just found it was taking good sci-fi liberties with a dragonfly. As Jakar says, some things in the galaxy are best left unanswered. Well, yeah. Agreed. Just like the origins of the Doctor never should have been messed with either. But, oh yeah, they couldn't help doing that. I don't know. God dang, now I'm wondering what series that is. Sorry, just typing over there in Rumble. Dude, I don't know. Now American Explorer's got me wondering what I'm missing. Oh, here's a movie for you. Here you go. Oh, nope. This one. Rutger Hauer. This movie. If you haven't seen Split Second, go watch it. Good movie. Yeah. That's a good flick right there. Go watch Split Seconds. If you haven't seen it, you're going to find it's probably one of his best movies. It's a very good movie. So yeah, go check that out if you haven't. Split Second is epic. Wherever the IMDb is on it. There it is. IMDb. And it's got Kim Cattrall in it again. When she was still steaming. I thought you could be able to click on IMDb and it would take you there for it. Guess not. Okay. Split Second. Well, that's not helpful. No. I think I spelled his name wrong. Yes, I did spell it wrong. Overview. Boom. You're not going to just tell me about it? What the hell? A Split Second, a good movie. 1992. It is not ludicrous bad. It is good. Leans into a dark dystopian rain-soaked future London where London's like half underwater. Good flick. Good flick. It's a chaotic mashup of movies like Blade Runner, Alien, and Predator. It's a good mashup of it. Because of a frantic mid-production rewrite, the plot is full of inconsistencies and very little scientific sense. So it sounds fun to me. Love it. I'm wondering if the copyright holders keep it in the vault. I don't know, dude, because now you're killing me, American Explorers. Now I want to know what you're talking about. Damn, dude. The baddies had this epic... Well, usually you'd think Google would bring up a name or something. The baddies had this epic steam foam suit that they said stuck their wrists like... Went and threw energy balls at you. What the... Holy hell. Huh. A show called Spellbinder? Huh. I remember that one. Oh, holy crap. All right. I think I may have seen that at one time. I think so. Now I'm going to have to go look for it, though. Huh. Well, the Industrial Revolution never happened? Huh. If that's the same one, dang, now I'm interested. Okay. Got me on that one. Is that the one you're thinking of? All right, sorry. Record horror movie. Thought you were going to The Hitcher. Another good movie. On my list now. Epic cover. Huh. Usually copyright holder doesn't matter. Usually they still comes up with a search. Star Trek Voyager seemed to have borrowed from it a little. The episode where the captain of the time ship, yes, Relativity, was charged with sabotaging Voyager in the future. Yeah. Damn it. Good memory on that episode of Voyager, though. Look up this filmography. This title will give it away. But we don't know who was in this one American Explorer is talking about. He didn't remember a person's name, did he? I think he just gave me a synopsis of the show. It didn't have a person. Do you know who was in it, American Explorer? Because if we had a person, just like Drunken Deer said, we could look it up, look up a person's filmography. If we're talking about what American Explorer is talking about. Because I tried typing in what he said and I didn't find anything. If we knew a main actor, we go to IMDb, just type in Google filmography, would have it up. You're right. But we need a character, an actor who was in it. Now, American Explorer, what decade was it? Let's see. I'm gonna guess. Gosh dang. See if that comes up. Voyagers. The 82 science fiction series you're thinking. I said 80s. That's Phineas Fogg and the kid. They go around travel time with a pocket watch called Omni to fix historical anomalies. Is that what you're talking about? Voyagers? It wasn't a cop thing. But it's all... Time Tracks is the one I was thinking. TV series where Dale Midkiff travels back and has his credit card computer with him. 80s TV series about time travel. Quantum Leap, Voyagers, and Doctor Who is what I'm getting here. Everybody knows Quantum Leap. Voyagers don't sound like what you're describing. Time Tracks got lame a little in the second season because to save money they made his body start becoming more like the time he was in, so they didn't have his powers. As I mentioned, copyright holder keeping it in the vault as I have to. It was songs from years ago, the vinyl, but you won't find them in a Google search. You can usually find them though, like Drunken Deer said though. If you know who's in it, you search the person and it still comes up on their filmography. Because under the union rules, the SAG-AFTRA and all that, they can't just erase something that person was in because that messes up with their job perspective. And that's their work history. So that's still in there if you know the character who was in it. Firefly. Oh, don't even get me to go about Firefly. I have the Serenity behind me. I have an image of the Serenity. Yep. I did mention Firefly earlier. Because I said right by my Babylon 5, right below it is a picture of the Serenity. Firefly, though, is considered one of the best sci-fi series of all time. And the movie Serenity is just as good. I mean, it is considered just one of the top sci-fi movies or series of all time, and it is epic. My wife, when I met her, she's not a big sci-fi person, but this is one series her and I agree on that was just good. And the soundtrack, the theme song, take my land, take my love, take my land, something with the sky where I am. I got it on my phone, but you can't play it. Can't take the sky from me. Yeah. Not Voyager, set on Earth, and the police were the ones monitoring the future. We need we would need an actor. Surprised no one mentioned Firefly. So yeah. The thing is, Firefly wasn't a flagship. Firefly was, when Fox was young, that's where they would always take good series and just put them in horrible slots and give up on them right away. They gave up on Firefly, retardedly. They gave up on Space Above and Beyond, stupidly. They gave up on tons of good series and screwed us out of some good stuff. A lot of people don't remember Space Above and Beyond. Go look that one up. But no, we need to know who we have an actor. Set on Earth and the police were the ones monitoring the future. Doesn't ring a bell to me. Was it 80s or 90s? Because that also would help. Not talking about Captain Future or not Captain. Yeah, it was oh, come on. Is that the one I was thinking? Police monitoring future. A person of interest? No. Minority Report? No. Based on the film. So they had a show in 2015 called Minority Report based on the show or based on the movie. Almost Human. That wasn't same thing. That wasn't. And Continuum is all it comes up with. AI predicts crime. Person of interest. No. 90s. Okay. It says Total Recall 2070, which was kind of a bad show. Yeah, Time Tracks, Man and Machine. Here's one. Man and Machine, 1992 sci-fi police series in which a human detective is partnered with an experimental, attractive female android, knowing they are constantly monitored by the police department. I don't know what that is. Never heard of that one. But maybe you're thinking Total Recall 2070. But I don't see, because here's Man and Machine. That's 1992. Let's see here. Now we got a mystery. In a future world, unconventional detectives learning from each other. I know he was in Cherry 2000. Man, Yancey Butler, they tried to make her big. She's never quite caught. Had some people in it. Yeesh. It's actually had some people in it. Yeah, Time Tracks. I know Time Tracks. We did Time Tracks. Yeah, I did Time Tracks a little bit ago. In the 20s, I got a VIP ticket for Stargate Convention. The after party, Chris Judge. So it got smashed on spirits. He even fell out of his chair. Whoa. Well, that is freaking cool. There were no popular actors in it. Well, that's not helpful. Is that what you just posted? What's this? Sorry, Jay Watterson's throwing me some links here. I'm trying to catch up to him. Oops, I gotta be careful. My laptop's a touchscreen. Star Trek Voyager Relativity. Yeah, I remember that. But does it show what it's based that episode on? Because I want to know where they got the idea for the episode. Art director, set director, costume director, makeup department, don't care. Wonder where you got it, or where you thought about it. Yeah, I don't see anything there. Script and continuity department, production, finance, additional. Yeah, I don't see anything there for that episode of Voyager. But yeah. Yancey Butler, yeah, she was nice, but they really tried to make her bigger than she was, and she didn't quite catch. It's not that chew bubblegum and kick-ass body snatcher show. Hey, I liked one of my favorite movies. They Live, man. I love this movie. Love that movie. Rowdy Roddy Piper. Such a good goddamn movie. Meg Foster, those silver eyes, man, she's a creepy witch. She's creepy. Here's a series for you. We want to do 90s? Boom. Series. Yeah. Andromeda, baby. Great first season. Second season, I believe, was the third or fourth season. Third and fourth, or whatever. The fifth season came back to what it was supposed to be, but it was too late. Like the fourth season decimated the show. They put it in that weird, goofy whole universe or whatever, where they were all trapped, and it was just bad. And it damaged the show so bad that by the time they went back to form in the fifth season, it was too late. But man, Andromeda, the first couple seasons, soundtrack, the looks, they could have done better. Lexa Doig, who is married to, without Googling it, you should know. Laura Bertram, she was cute. Trans Gemini. Kevin Sorbo, best Hercules ever. Thank you. Thank you. Dude. Kevin Sorbo. The action-packed series made Hercules, the Legendary Journeys, just goofy enough. But man, it was just fun, good TV. Him and Aeolus. Dude, those were great ones. The Hercules, the Legendary Journeys. They're on Amazon Prime if you have Prime. You can watch the original movies and the series. And I'm sorry, except for looking at Lucy Lawless, the Hercules series was far, far, far superior to Xena. Xena was goofy. She's a warrior princess. Shut up. Hercules is a god. Or a demigod. Sorry, but yeah. Kevin Sorbo. That's why he's got my testosterone going in every episode as a pimply teen. Kevin Sorbo. Yeah, He was damn. I mean, they even made nods to it in Andromeda. When the first episode, when he woke up out of the time dilation, and they're on the ship and goes up against one of them, and he's like, dude, this guy is like huge. You're like Greek god huge. Kind of little nod back to Hercules. That was funny. Kevin Sorbo, yeah, he pretty dang, yeah. So many busy women in that. Oh. I'll tell you what. And I know some people think Lisa Ryder was super hot. I thought she was okay. I gave her a 3rd place. If you've ever seen Laura Bertram, she's actually damned hot. But Lexa Doig, no wonder Michael Shanks married her. Whoa. Many busy women in that show, yeah. Woo. Lexa Doig, though, damn. And then Michael Shanks ended up in Andromeda. So, yep. Steve Bassick. Yep. Such a good show, and they just, god dang, man. That 3rd or 4th, that 4th season, I think, is what did it. Just was not good. Just was horrible. Yeah. Andromeda TV series, New Systems Commonwealth. Dang. Gene Roddenberry. And Gene Roddenberry wrote a lot of stories using the name. Using the same name for Dylan Hunt. He loved that name. He wrote multiple stories with Dylan Hunt as a main character. Briscoe County Jr. I own the box set of Briscoe County Jr. What a weird sci-fi cowboy epic. Time Cop TV series. There you go. I think it just got figured out for you, American Explorer. Time Cop TV series. Wikipedia does not have an article of the same name. Search for Time Cop TV series in Wiki. Trying to see. Oh, it says the page Time Cop TV series does not exist. Time Cop TV series. Time Cop is the show was broadcast on ABC in 97. The series based on the movie, yeah. So that would probably be it right there. So I'm going to guess. I think Jay Watterson just found it. Yep. I think it's Time Cop the TV series. I don't know if I remember that or not. I don't think I do. That show invented the chainmail bikini? Yeah. Yep. Briscoe County Jr. Good show. I can tell you one of my most dumb favorite movies of all time. Deep Rising. Treat Williams, man. Treat Williams. Deep Rising. I love this movie. What a great mix of action, horror, a little bit of comedy. Just really good. I love it. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's an absolute fun. It's just fun. It's action-y. It's fun. Good characters. Famke Janssen. Some of it give you a couple good laughs. Some of it give you a good jump scares. If you're on a date, want to get a little closer, watch this. Because when they're laughing at stuff, then some pops up like Big Goober here. It's like, jeez. And that is one of the scariest, nastiest looking creatures put into a movie. And they did so good. I mean, God, you go watch it now, all the moving tentacles, this thing, it looks really good for 1998. Once again, Fifth Element, 96, and this movie, 98, both look better than half the movies out today. It's insane. I'll check it out. The premise doesn't sound exactly right. Well, that's all we can find. And Jay Watterson, if he ain't found it, nobody has. Time Cop TV series. Let me read here. Time Cop, an American science fiction series, a show broadcast on ABC, first aired in 1997, based on the Van Damme movie. 13 episodes were ordered, only 9 aired. The show was broadcast on ABC and the first aired in 1997, leading off the Monday night lineup. Before football, it did not use any cast from the film, and only one character was reused. Here's the premise. 2007, time travel is a reality, using time sleds to enter the time stream. However, the technology has leaked beyond the United States government. Rogue time sleds built by other parties are sending criminals into the past for a price. The Time Enforcement Commission was formed to retrieve and arrest the criminals, preventing alteration of history. That sounds a lot like the show you're thinking about. That sounds a lot like the show you're thinking about. Ted King? Who's Ted King? Do you have a picture of Ted King? No pictures? No pictures? No pictures. Okay, who's Ted King? No picture. Why no picture? Wow, he's in a lot of stuff, but no picture of Ted King? Why no images? Why? Okay. Okay. Now I'm curious. I want to see who Ted King is. But no, Deep Rising. Epic. Okay. I recognize him. Yeah, he's been a small, like a bit, what I call a bit actor for a long time. So yeah, okay. Okay, let's try this. I love a mystery. There. Hey, there we go, American Explorer. How's this? Oops, sorry. Hey, no problem, Drunken Deer. Thanks, man. I appreciate time. I appreciate your time, taking a little time with us. Thanks for throwing in some great comments and helping out. Army of Darkness. I don't know, you probably won't hear yet. I was making fun of a series and I made Klaatu Verona. Yeah. Army of Darkness. Epic. That is great, yes. Have a good one. Appreciate it. Have a good night, Drunken Deer. I'll definitely look it up and I appreciate it. Yeah. But here is what it looked like. Time Cop TV series. I'm trying. There it is. Time Cop TV series. So there it was. Yike. So that's right there. That's about the best we can find. And I'm going to say, in Jay Watterson we trust. I'm going to bet that's probably it. Because nothing else even pops up. And once again, even if the copyright holders have stamped it down, you're not removing it from the internet totally. Unless the CIA were involved in it. So I'm going to guess that's it. I mean, they got more images. So yeah. I'm just going to bet that's it. Partially because I got to think we found it. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Get out of here in a little bit and go do a couple breathing treatments and maybe watch a little Fortnite. Stuff like that. I got a car to work on tomorrow. Got to replace a whole front bumper assembly. It's not that bad, except the car's been in an accident, so there may be a little rebending to do. So, yeah. I know they made a Time Cop, too. Huh. Ash vs. Evil Dead gave it that little extra something. No, I don't disagree, Jay Watterson. I like Lucy Lawless. I think she's an attractive lady. I think she's been good in a lot of stuff. I just thought Xena was over the top goofy. There were so many people talking, oh, Xena is so much better than Hercules. I go, you're an idiot. Hercules is definitely better. And Xena and her little pal there should have just done it together. They were all over each other. No, having Lucy Lawless and Ash vs. Evil Dead? What would be wrong with that? If you watch it before your next stream, I'll let everyone know. Sounding like that's it. Cool. Jay Watterson for the win. There we go. Time Cop. TV series. Yeah, I don't know if I ever remembered that. If I had a blurb or not on that. What was one of the last things I was going to put up here? Brain fart. Oh, here's one from the 90s. See how many people ran into this one. Right here is the T. That's the symbol for it. Right here. 7 days. You ever see that one? UPN. Ray ran later on Sci-Fi Channel. 7 days. You ever see that? Such a good series. Yep. This is the only show or movie about time travel that addresses the fact that Earth wouldn't be in the same location if you went back in time. 100%. It's like when Marvel in the movies where everybody came back after the snap, all the people reappeared. Well, that's great, but the Earth wasn't in the same spot. So they would have reappeared in space and been dead. So, or if you were in an airplane and disappeared, you'd reappear in the sky. Because supposedly they all reappeared where they were. So, just saying. 7 days. If you haven't watched it, go look it up. Find it. Fun show. And I can't remember the lead actor in it. Oh, good grief. Yeah, right there. Oh, I forgot his name. LaPaglia. Something LaPaglia. But yeah, it was a good show. You never saw 7 days? Go look it up. It's a fun show. It does have a nice little... they find out there's something happens. And they use him to go back in time. That's all they can do. They can only go back in time 7 days. So that's what they do. They fix problems that just happened. And they try to go fix it, go back in time 7 days. He's one of the few people that can pilot this and not die. You know, it's taking effects on his body. But it's pretty cool. He has to be able to pilot the time stream and everything else. But it's a really good show. 7 days. She wasn't bad on the eyes either. Now, here's a video on it. There's a whole video on it for you. 7 days. Let me see here. I'll just do it. Yeah, I'll do it this way. Nope, stop. Let's see, I'll do it this way, right here. Hang on here, I'll find it real quick. What did I click on to get that? It's a YouTube video. So what I click on, where was it? Oh, right here, YouTube Conspiracies. 7 days series, and I'm under the images. Okay. It should be. Try to see if I can find this and just share this to you. Or in the chat. Sorry, guys. I know I'm boring at times. A lot of times. There, here it is, right here. Copy link. Go to chat, which I can do on here now. Paste. There's something on it. Anthony LaPaglia, there you go. Yeah. Yep. He was really good. I liked it. I like the show. So yeah, take a look at it. I had a feeling you'd remember it, Jay Watterson wants to jog that old memory. There was a bunch in the 90s. Oh, you cannot go without talking about Sliders. Sliders, the first, 3 or 4 seasons were epic. Loved Sliders. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Sorry, I'm going to have to close that too. Lex, if you haven't seen Lex, go watch Lex. Farscape we talked about. Crusade was bad. Red Dwarf, epic. If you've never seen Red Dwarf, they got really bad near the end, but the first 5 seasons or so, gorgeous. Yeah, Sliders was good. Did you ever watch the unaired pilot from the early 2000s for the reboot of Time Tunnel? I don't know if I did or not. Honestly, I don't know. I don't want to save that. No, I'm not closing that. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Okay, yes. Yes, I did. Yep. Okay. Yep. I don't know if you recognize him, by the way. I believe he was in Stargate SG1, I believe, if I was right. Yes. Okay, yes. Yeah, I think I can. Yeah, I think I watched it. I'm pretty sure I watched it. Because I recognized the old boy here from SG1. Original Time Tunnel was running, yeah? Help Noah shut the door, Dice. Yeah, I swear that this guy right there, he is from Stargate SG1. Wish I could find his name real quick, because I swear that's him. So I was watching the series, and I'm like, that's the dude right here. Him, Stargate. He's in SG1. Like the later, not the last couple of, at least, Richard Dean Anderson seasons, at least. Oh, God, what is his name? Now I gotta find it. Irwin Allen, is that his name? Nope, wrong one. Nope, not Irwin Allen. Tony Newman, James Darren, Robert Colbert. It's him. Right there, though. Cast and crew. There we go. Who's that? No. Him. Kevin Smith. Yes. There we go. SG1. There we go. SG1. Agent Jed Garrity in the 4400. But he was in Major Evan Lorne there. Major Lorne in Atlantis and SG1. Yes. I knew him. Because I was watching the show. Or I was a creator. Okay. But no, I knew his face when I was watching that. I don't know, the pilot, I think they could have done something with it, but lazy. Here's a good one for you. Jeremiah. Showtime. Sci-Fi Friday nights. They actually had the original the first season of Stargate SG1, if you notice, a little more tough and grown up. There's actually a bad word or two in it. The pilot, the original SG1 pilot that's hard to find now, had cussing and nudity in it. And I have that. The box sets, the first episode that's been cut up, doesn't have any of that. You had to buy the original movie, and I've got that, and that has the nudity and the cussing in it. And in the original SG1 first season, there's still a little bit of that in there. Because it was made on Showtime. But then when it went to Sci-Fi Channel, they had to lighten it up. And then they wanted to show the pilots, they had to hack up the pilot and change it. But yeah, SG1 was originally a tougher show. The time tunnel, I think you got to the Voyager. Voyager at the bottom of the sea! Dude. It's a good one. As well as the others, American. Wow. Dude. I used to love Jeremiah. That was a good show. I thought it was. But Sci-Fi Friday nights on Showtime. Malcolm and Jamal Warner, Luke Perry. This was a fun show. At least I thought so, but that's just me. John Piper Ferguson, man, he's played a bad guy in a bunch of stuff, and he played a good bad guy. A lot of people love it. Yep. Let's see here. How long have I been on? Never watched it. Robert Woodward was the Equalizer? No, agree, totally. Yeah, 100%. American Explorer. Yeah, Edward Woodward is the Equalizer. And, his sidekick, Koscheck? I forgot his first name. Something Koscheck. But God, that was a good show. Such a good show. The new one, I didn't even try watching it. Stop bastardizing our series. You want to see a bad series? Go watch the original Night Court. Go watch the reboot. The reboot Night Court is horrid. And John Larroquette's in it, too. John Larroquette, man, took that paycheck. Man, oh, man. What are you doing, Jackson? Don't be getting... No, they ain't climbing over here. You don't need to be over here. So at least Jay Watterson solved the problem of the day. 90s TV series. If you've never seen Red Dwarf... Psst. What are you doing? Get off the desk. Psst. Get off. Get off the desk. Come on. Don't hiss pissy at me. I have a pissy tuxedo cat. Here, take it. There. There you go. Don't be a jerk. Oh, trying to see if there's anything else pop up. Oh, I know one. I bet nobody will remember this show. Highwayman TV series. Sam Jones, who was also in Stargate. Stargate SG1. But man, they actually built this for this show. This semi-truck that turned into a helicopter. And they had another guy in the show. I'm going to leave it muted, because I can't show, This is helicopter truck. Let's see if it shows here. Trying to see if I can get to... Nope. Okay, it ain't going to show it. I don't even show nothing. Yeah, they're not showing anything there. Highwayman TV series, yes. But that was a good show. It's short-lived, had a good soundtrack. And the other trucks, when he ran into one or two other of the company trucks like his, they all did something like that. Like a helicopter or a jet or something came out. But they built this thing. And a helicopter would unfold from that. It was crazy. So if you've never seen Sam Jones as the Highwayman, it was one of those, and the bad thing is everybody agrees it was such a good show. It was just ahead of its time because like a sci-fi cop type adventure thing. It was kind of good. Yep. And they had the British guy here was in it. And they had Branscombe Richmond in it. Oh, Mark Jacko Jackson. Tim Russ. Jane Badler. Have people were talking about Claudia Christian. Look at that. G. Gordon Liddy. A lot of people. Branscombe Richmond. I mean, holy crap. Jimmy Smits. Lloyd Bachner, old school actor. My God. Wings Hauser. Man, a lot of people in that puppy. But Jane Badler right there. Oof. Vaguely remember, yeah, it didn't last long. NBC pulled the plug even though people were loving it. And it's like, what the hell? The execs there was a kerfuffle. The execs didn't like that type of buddy sci-fi-ish cop stuff. And they pulled it. It's like huge jerks. If you get a chance, go look it up. It's late 80s type stuff, you know, but it was fun. And the truck was cool to turn into a helicopter. So, yeah. And this was the other truck. See, this is his truck. Here's the other one that the Jacko here. Because if you see in the background right here, here is his truck back here. It is a little different. Because that was this one. Totally different model. That was Jacko's truck. And had something else in here that came out. But his truck was set up totally different. So they actually built these suckers. Because there's the other one for Jacko's. Television series toy. So yeah, it was a pretty cool setup. Oh, I cannot believe they actually had the actual toy. Look at that crap. The actual toy. I didn't even know they made it. Wow, there's a sight for you. Jeez. That's pretty cool. Jeez. He used an Optimus Prime. He used an Optimus Prime. I recognize the build. That's Optimus Prime's trailer build. Holy crap. So he used the specs, and they used 3D printer by looks of it. There's the other one. There's Jacko's. Sorry, I'm just retarded. Yeah, the truck is cool. It turns into a helicopter, flies out. Really does. Pretty cool. There are a lot of shows like that. Just goofy shows. That's one I don't have. Let's see. Is there anything else to talk about before we go? Earth 2, meh. I don't know if you ever saw it. Meh. Had possibilities, squandered them. Sequest, DSV. Had a good thing going, then the Sequest 2032 or whatever they did afterwards with Michael Ironside was pretty bad. Space Above and Beyond. If you haven't seen that, go look at it. Epic. It's a tough show, too. Yep. It's the greatest sci-fi shows from the 90s. Nobody talks about Space Above and Beyond. Right there. That is such a good show. Yeah, go take a look at that. Had a lot going for it. Don't remember VR5. Dark Skies I didn't care for. Earth 2 was meh. RoboCop the series was pretty bad. I'm sorry it was. It was bad. Nowhere Man. Yes. I remember that. Okay. Yeah. And he discovers his life one day has been totally erased. Nobody remembers him. His wife is with someone else, and there's no evidence of his existence. He later learns that all of his memories had been implanted and were never real to begin with. Yeah, it was a really... Oh, I remember that. I was mad as hell as he's trying to figure out the mystery of who did what. Who did this? Farscape. Farscape everybody still talks about. All right, let's go... Where am I at? Here. Let's go here, here, here. And we will probably skittle on out of here in a second. Catching up. All right. There you go, guys. Oh, you wanted a pop culture thing tonight? We sat and did some. How's that? Nowhere Man, yeah. I vaguely remember Nowhere Man, but I remember I really, really liked it. But as it said there in the synopsis, it was super popular and they still canceled it. So that's the funny thing is, sometimes shows are popular, are selling well, are getting toy lines, do have interest, and they still cancel them because some executive doesn't like it. It's like the Taco Bell Chihuahua. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Dude, those ads were gangbusters for them. And then this new exec or CEO came in, and he hated the Taco Bell Chihuahua and biffed it. Dude, it took them years to ever get back to a good ad campaign. Their business, if you look up, their business dropped like 19% after getting rid of the Taco Bell Chihuahua. So, guys, I know I haven't asked. Please give me a thumbs up at least. I'd appreciate it. And let's see, where are we at here? I'm trying to see. A lot of windows open on this other computer, too. Yeah, the Equalizer, though. Yeah. I watched Equalizer. Sorry, I'm Mansion American Explorer over at Rumble. Equalizer was a really good show. And me and a friend, when we worked at Sergeant Pepper's Auto Shop in Davenport, Iowa, we'd sit in the lunchroom and we had the TV. And the Equalizer was on during our lunch. And we loved watching that again. It was a very good show. And it's one of those shows where you can go back to watch it even today and you'll still gonna love it. It's just like Rockford Files, which I was too young to remember much of, but I saw later. Rockford Files was a good show. Millennium, yeah. Yep, made off of the, with Lance Henriksen, made off of the movie. Yep. Yes. Thank you very much, Rick Explorer, yes. Please hit thumbs up for anybody, a few on Rumble. There are some people on Rumble. American Explorer, the only ones, and him and I are the only ones talking on Rumble, but there are a couple people over there. So Rumblers, feel free to chat, throw in some ideas real quick. I've been on for, how long here? How long have I been on? Usually it tells me right there. Well, that's weird. Usually it has a timer. That is strange. 2 hours and 40 minutes. So I'm probably about cooked. Millennium, yeah. Didn't Millennium, they made a season or 2, right? So yeah. Rockford Files is a good show. I've watched it many times. Yes, even the sound, yeah. And a lot of people don't know James Garner did his own stunt driving. In fact, he was such a good stunt driver, the other stuntmen had problems keeping up with him. Look that up. James Garner was a badass driver. Crazy. All right, guys, I am going to ask, please hit the thumbs up. This was just a little Friday night, get online and chit-chat. A couple of you guys wanted to do this, and I'm all for it. As you can tell, if you look around my man cave, there's stuff back here you guys cannot see. I have a here's one. Last one. I actually have the car for this. Boom. Hardcastle McCormick. I have the Coyote up there. Hardcastle and McCormick. There you go. You want a goofy 80s show? Go watch that. That is 80s. Just fun. And the Coyote sounded gorgeous. Just listen to that thing. You can find the theme on theme opening on YouTube. Go watch it. Oh, sounds amazing. Jax loves it. Jax loves it. All right, so now we are going to try to get out of here. I swear, I'm dying here. James Carter get hurt during Rockford Files is why the show ended. Yeah, because he did a lot of his own stunts. He would do his own driving, do a lot of his own stunts. In the fight scenes, you could see some of the fights. Not like in Star Trek, the original series, we could tell that wasn't Kirk. You could tell that was Garner doing a lot of it. So, yes. Brian Keith. Yep. Hardcastle and McCormick. So, yeah. All right, let me go and hit down on that. Yep, Brian Keith, baby. There we go. Sorry, my chat was acting up on YouTube. Still is a little bit. What the hell? I can see it over here, so it doesn't matter, but still. Airwolf opening theme. Yes. Have it on my phone. You want to go to opening theme, go look up Galaxy Rangers. Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers. Good show. For a cartoon. Galaxy Rangers. Theme song. Epic. Jason the Wheeled Warriors. Epic. Yep. Double yep. So, okay, I gotta go. I'm dying. It's 2:45. I got meds to do. I'm gonna do that. And Jaxie wants some food. He's giving me the back. He's got his back to me right on the desk. Really, dude? He's sitting right by my firearm. Don't you be messing with that. I was clearing out the mag. Everyone said you gotta rest the mag. So I had the mag resting. So unless he can load a 40, I don't think it's gonna happen. Oh, thanks, American Explorer. Thank you, American Explorer. Thank you, Jay Watterson. Thank you, Drunken Deer. Thank you to the lurkers. There have been a few lurkers. I know I came on against a lot of people this time of night, but this was just fun. It was nice not to talk politics. I like politics, but I like everything. So, you know, I am trying not to stick to total politics. So yeah. Sanford Sun Ring themed. Oh my God, that'd be a good ringtone. How about the Jeffersons? Remember when everybody could watch that? That was one of those popular shows in America. Yeah. Moving on up to the east side. Yeah, remember that. It's still stuck in there. All right, guys, I'm going to hop out. I'm going to go get some meds done. Feed my cat before he gets really mad at me. He is really honestly giving me the back. If this camera had a swivel, I'd go, but it doesn't. Thanks, Jay Watterson. By the way, good hunt, good find on Time Cop, the series. And we're going to try to do a little more pop culture stuff. We'll probably try to pick a show or two and do less than 3 hours. But we may do an actual in-depth talk about certain TV shows or movies. So send ideas to lionsdenws6@gmail.com or comment here or on X at lionsdenws6. And thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. Nice to just sit and chat and talk to humans. Jax wants to say hi. Jaxie is here. Hang on here. He's going to mess this up a little bit. Let me move this so I can see. There you can see some more of my mess up. That is the wall that I built, and my cat clawed it. Not Jax, Pepper. So I got to replace those wall pieces. There's Babylon 5. There's me. There's Jax giving me the back. He's mad at me. He is very mad at me because I'm not feeding him. He's giving me the stink face. So, yep. Then you can see some of the back of the room. The tumbler. Joe. Oh, yeah, I got original Star Wars record in that. Wile E. Coyote. That's a Masters of the Universe image right there. Yep. You can see Hardcastle McCormick up there. Old Tonka. Yep, so there's the room, guys. You can see. There, what you can't see. You can't normally see my Star Trek and G.I. Joe stuff over here. And my Buck Rogers and Cadillacs and dinosaurs. Cadillacs and dinosaurs. So, yeah, this is my my place down here. That's my wife's, I swear. Sitting next to a Darth Maul. All right, let me put this back. Sorry. Now where'd I have it? I can't remember. There we go. Oops, a little off. There we go. Put me back in the center. How's that? You got a tour. Oh, and now he's really stink-facing me. You put me on camera. Oh, yeah, he's stink me eyeing me now. He's like, you're lucky that thing got the magazine resting. Yeah, he's ready. All right, guys. Thank you. Talk to you later. Have a good afternoon, good evening, whatever. And I'll maybe see you today. I don't know. Depends how this Nissan Rogue treats me and the gym treats me.